Are you gonna miss me when I'm at work? Hello people universe, it's me Elisa, and if you had watched my previous video, I had mentioned that I recently started a new job. Now, if you guys did not know, I am a newly registered pharmacy technician. If you don't know what a pharmacy technician is, maybe editing Elisa will put a job description or some of the duties and responsibilities of a technician. That would be great. But basically, to give you a summary, pharmacy technician does a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. You do the actual filling of the prescription, labeling prescription bottles, running claims through insurance, dealing with your insurance, cashiering, answering the phone, a lot of miscellaneous stuff that is essential to keeping a pharmacy running smoothly. So this is my first official I'm getting so tongue-tied, it's ridiculous. This is my first official job as a pharmacy technician. I got certified in December. If you guys want me to talk about my experience, my journey to becoming a technician and why I ended up becoming a technician, let me know. Like I said, I started a new job. It happened very fast. I had applied sometime in December. I honestly don't remember because I started my job in January. As I'm recording this, it's the beginning of March, so it's been a couple months. The whole application process happened very quickly. I think I applied on a Sunday, and then I got an email that Monday in the morning saying that if they were going to start the interview process soon, that I would hear back within a week. I got a phone call that afternoon and scheduled my interview for that Wednesday of that week, and I did my interview. It went really well, and initially after the interview, I'm like, okay, well, let's see when I hear back, because they had told me that they would let me know within a week. And then I got a call Thursday morning and was officially offered the position, which was absolutely insane. All of this happened within the spans of a couple of days, and I hadn't been working. We moved in April. I had lost my family in July, and so I had to take some time to deal with my grief. I was feeling like I was on top of the world. My pharmacy technician program had just ended. I was also finishing up some schoolwork, and then I lost my dad, and so that was a really tough pill to swallow. I had to take some time off and kind of deal with the grief. I've been debating making a video about that for a while, and I will be putting a video up shortly about it. I'm not going to go into specifics out of respect for my family. I don't think that's fair to discuss, but I would like to talk about my journey with grief and what it's like to lose a parent. I'm 22 years old. For a majority of people around my age, they haven't experienced a very significant loss in that regard. It's not to say that no one has, because obviously I know people who are my age and younger who have experienced loss. That's not what I'm saying, but it's very uncommon. And so I think it's something that should be spoken about more freely. And so expect to see a video about that coming soon. But anyways, getting back on track, I was dealing with my grief, and then I told myself I wanted to start a new job before Christmas. That didn't happen. However, I started shortly after Christmas. It's been a really fun experience. I've learned so much, met some really good people, and it has been a really good experience overall. I guess you'll see past me talking about my experiences and some of the updates just to talk about it as time passes. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to past Lisa. So tomorrow's the big day. I have my first day at my new job. I'm very nervous, but I'm also excited because I've been wanting to get back to work for quite some time, and it's just so surreal that it's finally happening. I have my clothes picked out for tomorrow, and I'm just ready to kind of jump in. Are you ready for mommy to go back to work? Are you gonna miss me when I'm at work? So this is my first day outfit. It's just so weird that this is happening. I can't believe that we're finally to this point. So I just got back from my first official day at work. It was more like a half day because I had to do all the behind the scenes stuff, and basically they gave me the lay of the land and all that information, and I had to do a lot of work on the computer. So tomorrow will be my first day learning the ropes. I'm very nervous, but it'll be good. It'll be good, and everyone so far has been super friendly, super nice, and I think it's gonna be a good place. Definitely gonna be a huge adjustment because I feel like it's a slightly different atmosphere than what I'm used to, but I think it's gonna work out. So today was my second official day working in the pharmacy. I would have vlogged a little bit yesterday, but I was so tired when I got home last night. It was ridiculous. I am not someone who, like, I ate dinner and I sat down and watched a show with my mom, and I am not the one that usually falls asleep. It's her, but I could barely keep my eyes open after like 10 minutes. It was a struggle. So I didn't think that I would be up for just talking about how my day was, but I think my first day was pretty good. I got my first round of the COVID vaccine, so that was pretty cool. I learned a lot about kind of the cashiering aspect of my job, which is very helpful, and it's also familiar to me, so it's not too outside my comfort zone because I was a pharmacy cashier for almost 4 years. That's what I know how to do, and so it allowed me to adjust to a new environment a lot easier and not hesitate as much. Yes, I was still nervous and I had a ton of questions, and I did make a couple mistakes, but they were pretty minor, which is good. I was still pretty nervous yesterday, but today I felt a little bit more comfortable. I did our pharmacy order, I did a lot of drive up stuff, and I was told today that I did a good job and they thanked me for my help today, and I felt really good. It was nice to see that, hey, I'm not just fumbling around and not knowing what to do. They told me that I'm very fast. I am a very fast walker. They were very surprised by this, and so when I would go to the drive up, they're like, oh, you're already over here. Yes, McLovin's on my lap. He wants my attention. He's missed his mommy, and so he wants some one-on-one time, which he will have in just a minute. You can see his tongue. I'm sorry. Shh, be quiet. I'm telling the people about my day yesterday. I hadn't worked for 8 months, and I think my body just got used to being a little bit more sedentary. I mean, obviously it's a lot easier to be sedentary now with a pandemic and you're not supposed to be going places or hanging out with people and doing stuff like that. And so obviously you become a little bit more sedentary, and so that's just what my body got used to. It really hurt me yesterday, but today wasn't as bad. My feet still hurt a little bit, but it's nothing major. I'm excited. I was joking back and forth with a couple of my coworkers and we talked about stuff, and it felt really nice. It's a good group of people and I'm excited to work there, and I'm excited to get to know them better and to start doing more of the technical stuff going forward, but we'll see when they decide to put me on the computer. But for now, it's going pretty good. So it has been a minute since I have recorded any updates. I felt like there wasn't any more significant changes at that point. So as of now, I have been there for 2 months, and it's just crazy. It's crazy for me to believe that so much time has passed, and I honestly feel like I've learned a lot within that time period of me starting and where I am now. I learned how to fill prescriptions, I learned how to change NDC numbers, I learned a lot of the technical stuff. There is still a ton for me to learn, and I don't know everything, obviously not, but I feel like I've learned quite a bit, and it's funny to me because I think it was just before I hit the month mark and I was going to do an update then. I just completely spaced and time goes by so quickly, but honestly, it's been really good. I really enjoy the people I work with. They are amazing. They answer my questions. They make me feel like I'm a productive member of the team. I feel like it's a really good fit. I honestly do. They remind me of my old coworkers, and it makes me kind of sad because I miss the people that I work with. I am not someone who is very good with change. I've gotten better definitely over time. However, it's very hard for me to adjust. And so for me to go from somewhere where I felt familiar and safe and comfortable to somewhere that was completely foreign to me, and then to a job that was somewhat familiar but still had some things I had no clue of prior to starting, and you kind of just have to learn as you go. It's difficult. It really is. It's hard to adjust to that. And I'm thankful for my coworkers that they've been so amazing and so patient with me, because sometimes I feel like I ask ridiculous questions even though they may not think of it that way, and they are very open to answering questions that I have, which is great, and that's something that I think is incredibly important in a work environment. So I think we're gonna call it quits for now. Maybe in a future video I'll talk about the do's and don'ts of when you go to a pharmacy, when you call to a pharmacy, things like that. A long time ago I did a video of the do's and don'ts of a call center, so if you haven't watched that, feel free to check it out. But I talked about my experience a little bit of working in a call center and some of the things that you probably shouldn't do. So if you haven't watched that, feel free to check it out. But if you want a similar video to that with regards to a pharmacy, let me know. I'm definitely up for it, and and I think it'd be a lot of fun because I definitely have a long list of things that you probably shouldn't do, or there are some things that you should keep in mind. I think that is it for this video, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.